supporting the private sector in a sustainable way is essential, since the private sector and specifically SMEs and early stage businesses, which represent like the vast majority of the private sector, bring a lot of social impact to their stakeholders. IMP is an impact investment group that focuses mainly on the financing and support of early stage businesses and SMEs in Africa, in sub-Saharan Africa, but also on the financing and support of new African fund managers that we help to create and finance. Since we want to support and finance these local SMEs and early stage businesses, I think it's quite difficult to reach them because they're like informal, they're risky, and also the transaction cost to reach them is very high, although their investment needs is quite low comparing to what we see in the private equity sector. And if you want to reach these entrepreneurs at scale, you can't do it by managing like a Pan-African fund which is not local. So it's really essential to build a community of fund managers. You need also to build the capacity of these fund managers because they don't exist today in the market. So the mission of IPDEV2 really is to build this community of African fund managers that focuses on early stage businesses and SMEs. In terms of ecosystem change in the recent years, I would say that I see two main changes. The first one is the importance of technology. We see a lot of tech-enabled companies bringing a solution on the market, and this has an impact on the second change, which is the volume of investment that has been brought to the African market. 10 years ago, when you look at the investment, the total amount invested by the private equity sectors and impact investors, it reaches like a few million euros to a dozen million euros, and today it's a few billion euros. So more and more investors are looking at the African market, which is really good news in terms of impact and growth potential for the entrepreneurs. If you look at this ecosystem change, I would say that IPDEV2 has a huge impact since it has helped, and it is one of the few which has helped raise capital from African investors. So when we look at the billions which were invested into Africa economy, very few comes from the African economy. So we are very proud to source investment from local African investors, and this is typically the way IPDEV2 has been built, and we are quite proud of this actually.